Click start. Okay, so just a brief overview of what transpired. You started to break out the prisoner that was caught in the previous the previous session. Managed to successfully break him out of the prison, and after some shenanigans that involve setting some bits of the Fey village or the Fey village on fire, managed to get outside the city boundaries, where a chase ensued between the Fae, who was like in on the whole prison break attempt thing, but and played into it, I think, extremely well during the chase, and you managed to shake off the trail of the Fae, and I say this in inverted commas because they kind of let you. As you came to as the prisoner, who was part of the organization, led you to an opening in the forest to the north, where you found you found yourself in a place of very highly concentrated magic. There seemed to be like lightning around everywhere, and in the center you did see some type of crystal at the center of in the distance. You were met with a couple of guards who you managed to, I would say, coerce a little bit. One of them very much believes that Sierra is the chosen one.
Not so tired.
And the other's my friend.
And the other just seems to think of Lysander as his friend. And as you were saying, as you did that, befriended the two guards, in the distance you hear something coming closer to you. Oi! What is going on here? Oh, and I'd like to also mention that the prisoner that you did end up rescuing got his head chopped off. So there's that too. So in the distance you hear, oi! What's going on here? As into view comes in a masked, hooded humanoid figure. As he looks to the two to the side, one bowing down profusely to Sierra, and the other, well, just kind of standing there, I suppose. What do you do?
Were you unpause the game?
What do you do?
I'm currently a fly, right? Behind one of them?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Charles is currently a hellhound, I believe.
Correct.
Oh, I have the serious urge to do the same thing to this one as well and try and get an entire cult going.
Yeah, the guards are technically on our side now, right?
The two in front of us.
Technically.
Yeah. It's just the main dude in the back.
And yeah, while you're like trying to find Lysander, your friend pipes up and says, "No, don't worry. They're cool. They're cool. Wait. Why are you guys here again?"
Well, I wanted to see my friend, and remember, you promised me the other day that you were gonna take me behind the wind wall.
Oh yes, wind wall indeed.
That was at the wedding.
Right. Yes, I remember now. Yes. Yeah. And the one at the back looks very skeptically and says, "Wedding?
Yeah. Bob's wedding with his sister. We've been friends for a very long time. If you don't mind me saying out loud, I suppose it's fine here. But when we were chatting, he told me about what you guys are doing, and he said that I could join. He said he was going to introduce me to a bunch of people behind the wall, and here I am. In fact, I've even brought some colleagues of mine. I look to the left towards Sarah, who should be quite beneficial in what you want to achieve.
Just what the hell is going on here?
I'm not sure. Have you not been informed? Because everyone who's been talking to us is absolutely fine. So, what
Who,
is going on here?
who do you think we are?
I would like to. Can I get a read on him?
Get a read on him. You trying to figure out something about him?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Roll me discern realities, please.
That one be with wisdom. They're always with wisdom, right?
Yes. Okay.
All right. What here is not what it appears to be.
So, what you do end up noticing is, besides in the distance, in the lights that you can actually make out, you notice that besides the people that are close to you, right, there doesn't seem to be anyone but one person to the far north, near the crystal, in the center. There doesn't seem to be anyone else over here.
Okay. What is about to happen?
As you look around and you look towards the guards back to the crystal, you notice that the lights that are around you, as well as the faint shimmer of the crystal, is slowly dying out.
Okay. What here is useful or valuable to me?
So casting your eyes at the guards back and forth, you notice that there seems to be a something green and shiny sticking out of the cultist that just approached you.
Something green and shiny sticking out of the cultist.
A cultist's pocket, sorry.
Oh. Okay, got you. Okay. All right. So he asks. So in this case, he asks, like, "Who the hell do you think you are?" I'm gonna try and also do a deception here. I'm gonna be saying, "Listen, I've just been told what I've been told by the lackeys that you've got, and my friend is someone I trust. So either there's miscommunication going on, or there is truth in what he says. Will you be able to assist me? I came here in good faith."
You want to see behind the wind wall.
Well, more, I want to join you. The wind wall is the next step, I suppose.
You want to join us. Interesting. Please wait here for one moment. And while he turns away, what are the rest of you doing? Argun?
I look at Sierra like, we should do something now.
Cool. I just want to check if the other players are okay with me using
fine.
my abilities on there. Can you go with that?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So Sierra's going to say to him, "Stop," and she's going to step a little bit forward, She's gonna have her hellhound of a Charles next to her, and her wings falling out while the one person is bowing to her left. Do you think I would come here all this way for nothing?
And the one that is like currently worshipping you says, please just listen to her. She's the chosen one. She's the chosen one.
She takes her fire wings and she kind of like lets them die out a little bit so they can see that they can go away, and then she summons the fire again to spread them out again. Do you not see? One, like, I can change the process. I am your people's salvation. I am the change. I am the advancement of your project.
Interesting.
So can I use my firebrand with that, the new idea?
Don't really need to, because he raises an eyebrow and he says, fascinating. Fascinating indeed. Well, let me speak to the powers that be and put in a good word for you, and then see where it takes us. Would you mind?
She kind of like rests her hand on the guard who follows her, just like puts it on there. I can wait here for some time, but it is you who will lose your opportunity.
It will only take a moment. Don't fret. But a moment. A simple question, a simple communication, and I'll be back with an answer.
Does it look like he believes me?
He looks like he's very... Well, I wouldn't say you know what he kind of looks like because he's masked, right? But from the tone of his voice, he seems very fixated upon you.
Cool.
Only Lysander could say something.
Yeah. I'm gonna hover over him a bit up, above him or beside him, as a fly, so he can't see me, but just a random insect just moving around.
Sure.
So I will follow him wherever he goes.
Okay, that I will classify as one move, by the way, right? So that will be -1 hold, right, on your shapeshift for this interaction.
Yeah, sure. I have 3 left then.
Right. So I'm gonna move the both of you together.
As they move, Sierra's going to look back at the party, and she's gonna like raise both her eyebrows.
We can't let him get away. If that portal goes, that's our last chance. Isn't that right, Bob?
Yep. That's I mean, well,
Speaking,
yeah.
by the way,
I don't know. Yeah.
Have you ever seen this happen before? Where he goes to talk to someone?
Yeah. I mean, they discussed like quite a lot of things. Perhaps things that are probably above my pay grade, but I mean, yeah, they discuss quite a bit, among the scholars and the intellectuals, about things I don't like fully understand. It's all noise to me.
Lysander looks back at Sarah like, we should be careful.
She nods, and she looks at her new guard. Your friends might be misleading. I don't think they believe like you do.
Oh no, they believe. I can guarantee you. Once you see what we've accomplished, the things that we've managed to achieve, it's amazing.
I don't know, my friend. It seems like your man won't even let us come near into his circle. We're standing out here and we haven't been invited into the home.
He'll come around eventually. Sometimes it takes a little bit of giving. For example, I gave away something important to me a long time ago in exchange.
What did you give?
Oh, just my family. But it's all for the greater good. All for it's all for the purpose of progress. And you'll see your friend like looking at him very like, okay.
What about you, Bob?
Oh no, I got money.
Give up
That's
anything.
my thing. I'm just yet a guard. I haven't no. I volunteered. It's a cheap gig. I mean, it's an expensive gig. Expensive for them, cheap. You know, expensive labor. You know what I mean. And while that interaction is taking place, tell us, flying near the
A bit
person.
away so I don't get seen.
Yeah, sure. And the forest, the sound of the forest, as well as the sounds, the electrical sounds of the portal around you, you have to kind of like weave your way, as there's a couple of lightning streams going the in between the pillars, the stone pillars, every so often. So you're kind of just weaving your way through them in order to not get shocked. And what you hear is, well, we seem to have a couple more prospects in store. They seem to be volunteering to join. And the other person, who's also masked and hooded, but clad in very, you could say, a much more prominent cloak on their person. He ends up saying, volunteers. I've been getting a lot of volunteers recently, eh? Well, I mean, what can we say? If they want to volunteer, then why should we stop them? Right? And the other person says, yeah, right. Why should we stop them? So, shall I summon them? Yeah, let's see what they're willing to offer. And at that point, I assume you follow Talos, but the cultist starts walking again towards the pier, back to where your friends are.
I want to stay behind and look at the thing in the middle.
Look at the thing in the middle. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
So
can I
it's
figure
quite
something
dark.
out about it?
Sure, it's quite
Yeah.
dark. I'll describe it for you before I let you roll discern realities, right?
Yep.
So just as a description, it's quite a you could think of this as it's a large crystal that is held together by chains on different sides. And it seems to be levitating in mid-air through some sort of magical power that you, whatever, it's just levitating in mid-air. It's it's not too big to take up like the entire stone platform that it's resting on, but it's also small enough that it can be carried by maybe a group of 5 to 6 people. Please roll the sun realities for me to find out more.
Sure. Let's see. There it is.
Cool. Ask me 3 questions.
Let's see. What here is useful or valuable to me?
Interesting. Okay, so on your as you're inspecting the crystal, in the center, you notice that it has a faint greenish glow. By deduction, right, it's the same greenish glow, right, that you would find on the wolf character that you have studied very extensively and can now transform into. It has the same kind of greenish glow as that.
What should I be on the lookout for?
So, studying around, looking perhaps at the lightning powering the lightning that's going between the stone pillars, and the cultist that you just met that stayed in place, not the one that moved away towards the rest of your group. That one seems a little bit different, as if he's a cut above the rest.
Yeah, that answer would probably be the same as who's really in control here, I guess. What is the last question I should?
Feel free to ask the group.
Yeah, anyone? Last question.
If you ever like, I feel like what here is not what it seems to be is always a useful one.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Okay, so what here is not what it seems to be.
Yeah.
So, looking through the looking throughout the scene that is unfolding before you, you notice that there are various like protrusions coming from, like, not protrusion but engravings on the ground. However, these engravings, some of them are lit up, but some of them are actually not on the ground itself. Some of them, as you look closer, seem to be like fading away from the stone in the ground. They are green in color. The ones that are actually shining, they are green in color.
And they are placed around the stone?
Around the stone, correct. Around the crystal the crystal in the center of the stone.
Can I land on one of those green rune?
Sure, you land and nothing really happens.
Oh, I would like to land on the crystal instead then.
Okay, we will solve
And
that.
stay
just
there.
now.
Yeah.
We will solve that just
let others
now.
go.
Right. In the meantime, nosebleed. In the meantime, the person comes back and he says, "Well, I've spoken to the powers that be, and I'm sure we can find a place for you in our establishment. Tell me, what would you give us in return?"
Okay, player needs to think here. Give me a sec, Khalid.
Okay. While you're thinking, Argun, what is going
Yes.
through your mind at this point?
Probably distracted. Still thinking about the words and still thinking about looking for a medium Phileas.
Mm-hmm. And
And he's interested rather how those was it okay, so the bad person was Ventus, right? The god was Ventus.
the good god was Ventus, the bad god was Valaful.
Bad god was Valaful.
Correct.
Okay. Then I thinking basically how they managed to subdue Valaful. But I keep quiet and just follow what the party does.
Okay. And Sierra, what about you? As the cultist comes back to approach, he did ask, just in case you were away. He did ask, what would you give in return?
I've got a response if Alicia's willing, but I think she's got nosebleed.
I just came back. Yeah.
Are you willing for this, Alicia? It might turn south, but it involves you.
I mean, you can suggest, and I can always say nah.
Oh, I'm suggesting saying that you're what we're giving up. That's why you're here. Kind of like a duh.
Oh,
But that's also what I assumed.
Yes, pretty much what you assumed. But things might go south. So, are you willing?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm ready to throw down with these guys if shit goes down. So it's really just an elaborate lie.
Mm.
Okay. So Lysander just smiles and he says, "Well, I've already told you what I'm giving you. I'm giving you my best friend.
Hmm.
That's why she's here.
Your best friend.
She's a one-of-a-kind fae, as you can
One
see."
of a kind is right. I didn't even realize she was a fae at first. Very interesting. Very
Ooh.
interesting indeed.
And the best thing is she's willing. We've both said that we are interested in the progress of everything, and she is going to be what we offer.
What you offer. So, here is the problem. You see, sure, it can take you to the place where we, make our progress on evolution. But how would I even do that? See, do you have anything on your person that can perhaps aid us in transporting you? What I mean to say is, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 teleportations left.
Ah, I see. And I assume when that's done, then you have to look for another location.
Well, we have to look for another location and gather more crystals.
I see the conundrum. Well, I understand. We don't want to limit your uses then. It's just a way we can speak to you or your leader about what involves being in the cult. We're happy to go and search for crystals later. I really just want to understand what my role will be in this. As for what I can offer, I am also a well-known alchemist from the city of Ventura. So I can help in your progress not only by giving away Sierra, but the knowledge that comes with it.
A well-known alchemist, you say?
Correct? Been there since the start.
Since the beginning. Interesting. Let me see what I can do for you. As he turns around.
Minions are like, we gotta just beat the shit out of him.
And walks back.
Sierra's gonna step back. She's going to turn to him and say, "My faithful, I am quite nervous that your friends here don't actually care enough for this cause. Worried about crystals and trivial little things. Don't you see he lacks the passion, though? Do you not see that?
But see, it's not just that. The crystals are kind of needed for the powering of the portal. So it's not really that trivial. It just means that.
But if he truly believed, he would make a plan. I think he's only half-assing your cause.
He could at least tell us how to open the gate. That would be a good trade. then at least you would revere Sarah in the right light.
Let
I feel slightly disrespected by him now.
let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. Please, 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 please wait here.
Sarah, we need to go and follow him.
I do not disagree.
And remember what we're here for. Bob, close your ears for a minute.
What?
I'm about to say something really vile. Close your ears. Your sister wouldn't be happy.
But I don't have a sister.
This poor charmed guy. But I don't have a sister.
He's the one who
They
told
lied
me
to
he has
you?
a sister. He's the one who said it.
What?
In the,
Yeah, you were at the
in
wedding.
the original
together.
one, I apparently went to the wedding for his sister. He's the one who said it.
Sally. Yeah, Sally's
Sally.
Okay,
wedding.
fine. Okay, veto that.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, okay.
Jumps off.
I suppose. I mean, I don't really know what's so vile. And he keeps mumbling to himself as he covers
Right.
his ears.
Sarah, all we
Sorry.
need to do is make sure we control this area. If we can find out what that ritual is in totality, then we can just get rid of them and control this place. That's all that's needed. This lie is getting deep.
It
We
is.
need to act.
I'm worried I'm not giving them a big enough idea for my magic to take hold. Perhaps one that threatens them to change their focus from progress to worshipping something fiery instead.
Well.
Let's show some power. Argun, you with me?
Argun,
Yes, I suppose so. Can I see if I can sense any divine power of some sorts or any remnant of like power from the crystals?
Oof. Roll me discern realities, please.
Okay. Discern realities. Where art thou? Wait, where are the discern realities? I have you.
Oh my god. Okay. Since you... What did you roll?
I
An
think
11.
you rolled private also.
Yeah, you roll
Ah,
private
fuck
from thing, but it's a 13, so that's fine. That
Because
is
from my
5
when I
and
was running,
6. 5 and 6. Ooh,
business trial.
okay. Okay, so, Kian, you get a choice here. I'm going to give you a choice here, right? You can ask me either only one custom question, or 3 from the list. Your choice. One custom
One
question.
question.
Okay,
Yes.
what is your question?
Do the crystals control or contain divine power, or somehow related to divine power?
So the crystals themselves, you don't sense anything with regards to divinity from any of the stone pillars or this particular place. There is magic involved for sure, right? But divinity is not something that you're feeling right now.
Okay.
And at that point, Titus then pipes, like he kind of gives a very assertive but positive growl in his hellhound form.
Sierra's gonna put her hand out and say, "Oh, my fiery friend, the things we will do." I think you're right, Lysander. I'm going to go and do what I do best. Make a scene. And she's gonna start moving forward.
Okay. And you guys just leave Bob there, right?
Yeah, he's.
Oh my gosh, are you doing that? I've just seen like the Dragon Prince where oh man, the brother just keeps giving those, like he's in captured, but he gives the thumbs up. Oh man, I love that show. I love that show too much.
Okay. And as
Oh my gosh, guys, I'm gonna try and use my powers again, but this time it's gonna be really stupid. If it fails, it's gonna be just get ready, it's gonna be
yeah.
so stupid if it fails.
That's
while
fine.
you're doing that, Talos, you being at the
Yup.
center, you hear like the cultist coming back, slowly followed by someone else, right? But as the first underling comes back, he says, well, they're willing. So they're kind of willing to give us a fee, and apparently she's also willing to join. Perhaps we can actually make use of this contingency. And as he's saying that, the other guard from behind comes in. Yes. They, please, sir. I mean, like, she's the one we are looking for. She is the one we are looking for. Like, I know it. I am actually certain of it. Right? I believe it with all my heart that she is the one. And at that point, the main cultist immediately raises his head and he says, this one's been brainwashed. Yes, I see the signs very clearly. Yes. Considering we've done this to so many people, the signs are very clear. So guess what? You get to die now. And he holds his hand out as you just hear a scream, like a gut-wrenching scream coming from the one of the guard, right? And and what then happens is, like, his head just, like, it's kind of starts expanding. And Talos, you're the only one that actually, like, kind of sees this, but to the rest of you, while you're walking towards, you hear this gut-wrenching scream coming from the north, right? And by that point, yes, Yara, you can actually get your message across.
I'd also like to cast a spell.
Sure, but like while you're doing that, the cultist or the guard's head, right? You just hear just like a, and Talos, to you, you just see this cultist's head explode from his body, and all that's left is just his, like, lower body without a head. And
Did I land on
Hope
the
you weren't in
crystal?
his ear.
you did manage to land. You did manage to land on the crystal, right? And as the head explodes and the body falls down dead, right? You see the head honcho turn back and say, "Overload the portal now. I'll deal with this."
Can Sierra just do, seeing this shit go down, just go with crazy lots of fire again? Just kind of, can she see the portal where she is?
She
Because she's been running for.
She can definitely see that there is a portal. Yes.
Cool. Can she try and create like a firewall around it? So just like expand her wings out and just bend the fire around so that they can't get to it.
Sure. That would be bending the flames to your will, right?
Oh gosh, I hope I don't fuck up.
So
Don't
And
worry.
while that's happening, before you do, I think Lysander wanted to cast a spell, so he will go first.
Cool.
Yeah. So my intention is to cast invisibility and start squeaking my way over to Lenny.
Squeak, squeak, motherfucker!
Squeak, squeak,
I'm-
motherfucker.
I'm proud of the squeak crew. Sorry.
Okay. Please mark for me, if you can, your pathing, where you go, because there's water all over the place. It's gonna
I mean, I would assume I can see as I move.
yeah.
I'm not gonna like just zoom. I can't do that if I want to be silent.
Could I also argue that perhaps we have a little more vision because Sierra's not burning
Okay, let me
lightly?
let me set
I
that.
assume it's literally straight distance, but I can only see up to here.
Let me set up the Sierra vision. 1 sec.
Terrific.
I mean, if my fire fails, my fire fails. But I am aiming to create a firewall around the portal that might also give off some light.
Yeah, I'm on the portal right now, so
Yes.
Well, I
Okay.
can't squeak past that.
Okay.
and yeah.
Okay.
Please.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
that is
Never
what
mind
you
that.
actually see, right? As Sierra as Sierra burns like a little brighter than you like what is normal. While that is happening, Talos, what are you doing?
Yeah, I heard them saying that they should overload the portal, right?
Correct. That is the
And that
last
would
thing you heard.
be this dude that would do that,
Mm-hmm.
because this is not really a dude anymore.
Yeah, he's kind of screwed. I can mark him
More
as
of a corpse. And he was walking away
yes, correct.
towards that.
The troubles in my life. Sorry.
Yeah, I would like to fly, like, above this dude
Mm-hmm.
and shapeshift into the crystal wolf. Fall down and
Squish
try and
him.
bite its neck.
Squish him.
and get
Elephant?
a chance.
Should do it to an elephant.
Okay, and while
I haven't seen an elephant though.
while that's happening, Argun, what is your action? Since like you guys kind of got a little bit of a jump, combat really hasn't begun per se yet, but it's definitely about to. So you have one action before you can before the cultist decides to just do something.
Can I see the cultist?
If Sierra moves a little closer, perhaps.
Yeah, I am setting up my firewall as well. Like,
Yeah,
and it
so-
succeeded. Whoop, whoop.
Okay, so I'm gonna put on a light source for the fire. Okay,
Sorry, it's the little things that make me happy.
Because I'm going to cast a spell.
sure. What spell are you casting? You can empower it as well. Nice.
Yeah, I see two people, right?
Yes, you see two people now, and Bob is currently.
Empowered hold person.
Okay, so until you cast a spell or leave their presence, they cannot act except to speak. This effect ends immediately if the target takes any damage from any source. Okay, sure. And who are you casting it on?
Both these guys.
You're doubling targets.
Yep.
Okay, please choose one from the 7 to 9 list.
The what's it called? After casting distance, your casting distance is you from your deity. -1 ongoing.
Minus 1 ongoing to all spellcasts. Okay, perfect. So, as the cultist turns around, he holds his hand out, and all of a sudden, right, he actually just freezes Argun, and the cultist behind him as well also just kind of freezes. To you, Talos, you see like the cultist kind of holding out his hand. He starts to cast something. You can see the arcane energy flowing from his
This
hand.
one.
Yes, correct. Flowing from his hand towards the portal, and all of a sudden, he just freezes in place. So, the cultists
no.
are currently frozen. What do the rest of you do? They can speak. They're trying to say, what is
Oh, that was
hold
useful.
spell.
I feel like-
spell.
Sarah, don't you
Mm-hmm.
think you should maybe look into their eyes deeply?
Of course.
I'll wait here because and I just like look at the gap. Yeah, reasons.
Okay, so
I
they're
fly over and be ready to do the drop bite neck thing.
Mhm.
So
Cool.
I, being there, buzzing around.
So, oh man, I have 2 things I can do.
You can't run if you fail.
Sorry, I'm just gonna lean forward onto this one, and I'm going to literally take off whatever crystals he has.
Mhm.
And then she's going to lean forward, look at him with the firewall behind him, and the everything around her, and she's going to essentially say to him, "You lost one main opportunity. You lost the opportunity to follow me instead. I give you this chance. Follow me. I'm clearly your salvation." And I'm going to try and firebrand him again.
You're gonna
I
try
love
and...
this part goes evil, like the way things are going.
Sure, please. Please roll for me, taking a -2 forward.
I don't think that's going to work. Fine. Okay. Oh, that's sad. That would have been a complete success.
Hmm. Okay,
After
so...
it did, I mean, it's still pretty powerful here.
So...
You can give them to the Fae, Alicia. You can literally take him as a prisoner.
So while you're doing that, you did hear a response from Arlon, by the way, to say that he like first asking like where about are you. I assume you did respond to that before this.
Yeah, she's been keeping up with them the whole time, I believe.
Yeah. So the connection is quite my mental connection is quite faint, but you do manage to tell him exactly where about you are, and he does mention that he is very much on his way.
She's
Okay.
going to respond, "There's going to be one very pliable one you get to have fun with later."
Oh, interesting.
And the next thing she says, "Oh, and the other one, don't worry, he had a very gruesome death."
Yeah. Okay.
So, how many crystals did she take off of this one?
She took three from that one. Each of them weighs 1 weight, so mark that down. Okay, and
She's like, "Those are fucking heavy crystals."
yeah. Okay, and
Okay.
the what was I gonna say now? What you actually notice as you stare into the mask of this guy, right? You do know that his mental fortitude is extremely strong, right? Almost as if he's put a spell on his own mind, right? Which is why it seems like a lot more difficult for you to actually get through to him, but you actually managed to plant some type of idea into his mind, right? Before they actually before it's not a very long lasting effect, but it should be effective for now.
So because it then counts as partial success, would I know that it will fade after a day or two?
You would know that it's gonna fade not after a day or two, but when this guy wakes up again, the next time he wakes up, he will be back to normal.
Don't let him sleep. Sorry.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's gonna be Freddy fucking Nightmare on Elm Street for this guy.
So what does he say once it takes hold? I'm so curious.
So he says, well, my apologies. I'm sorry to have offended you, Miss.
She has a flame dance around her. "I believe your savior will suffice as a name." My gosh, Sierra's
Savior.
terrifying, guys. I've just realized something.
And yeah, by all means, please use the portal to your own desires. We have no need for stopping you. And the person at the back then just says, "Wait, what, sir? What?"
Sarah! This is
Wait.
Lysander shouts.
So which one did I use it on? The big guy or the
big
small
guy.
guy?
The big guy.
Sweet! What?
Sarah.
I've got the big guy following me! Sorry.
Okay. Sarah! Ask him to
Yes.
tell you how the portal works.
I was getting to that. So she's gonna ask him, "Would you do me this kind service, my follower, and tell me how exactly I use this?"
Well, see, it works on wind energy. One crystal is enough to teleport one person's essence to the specified, well, to the location that this portal goes to. So that's pretty much it. Do you want me to go into more specifics? I can go into the science if you really want to. It's a very fantastic.
I would suggest going into the science for my friend you can't see.
What?
Are you questioning me, your savior? Go into the science!
Okay. So yeah, it works on wind energy is really what powers it. So it goes into teleportation
Isn't he still
theory. Say again?
Isn't he still a health person, so he can't walk or move?
He can't. No, he can't walk, but he's able to speak.
He's able to speak, yeah.
Yeah. So if well, yeah, and he goes on a scientific rampage on how the teleportation theory works, stating things like well, it only takes you to one of our this one only takes you to one of our layers, one of many. This one here is very near in layer 2. It's kind of the most barren one, but we still use it from time to time to experiment on various humans as well. We've done many experimentations here. It's just that the facility is not really that great here. The teleportation will lead you to the outskirts of the laboratory. You will be in a forest clearing where you will then have to make your way into the facility, and well, yeah, I mean, I haven't been much inside of that facility per se. I'm just in charge of guarding this particular portal, but I have been in the other facilities around, in and around layer 2, past the wind wall. This does take you, this does not, however, take you past the wind wall, unfortunately, which is what my friend mentioned that you guys would like to want, but in that case, you may need to find another teleportation location that goes to another facility. This one just goes to one of them. There are currently still experiments running in this facility, and a very important one is actually taking place right now.
Which experiment is taking place right now?
We create various things, but you see, we haven't really since the golden days of the Undying Passion, we've never really been able to replicate what we've done first. The first experiment that we did. Sorry about that. So the first experiment that we really did, it was extremely successful, and we haven't really been able to replicate it, but we're really close. But what we found is very interesting, is that instead of experimenting on one at a time, right? How about, and listen to this is fascinating. Maybe you can be the one to actually guide us to the success here, but imagine combining experiments, combining different species of creatures and humans and elves and that type of thing, to create an amalgamation of various, and imagine using more than one. I think this can lead to extremely successful results, if I do say so myself.
Sierra resists the urge to hurl, trying to seem the domineering, scary savior character they have now.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to say, "Thank you, you have done your savior well. Let's find out about your other underling, see if he can see the light." And she'll go to the other one and find his crystal as well.
So Alicat, might be worth asking him as well where those other portals are.
Oh, right. I wrote down that I wanted to ask that, but got distracted by how disgusting the concept of amalgamating Fae and things together. So I feel like Sierra herself has forgotten. So she's going to go over after nearly puking. I'll come back to him. I'll let Lysander remind me.
Okay.
Okay. And while
I'm gonna
that's
come over to this one and just look for a crystal.
okay, and you find one and only one crystal.
How heavy are these fucking crystals? Jeez. Cool, so I'm gonna just add another.
Yeah, one more crystal. So in total, you have 4 crystals.
I mean, it's a good thing Sierra carries nothing.
Oh. One thing I'd like to mention. I see your friend there over there, like a very faint glow, but I do think that is a shapeshifter. Is that correct? Is that not correct? He's
Is that
pointing
the
to
main guy?
the main guy is pointing to Titus.
She raises an eyebrow. Why would that be helpful?
Well, you see, here's the thing. Transformation does not transform your essence. Does that make sense?
Can you see his essence?
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, I know that he is not real. I know that does not exist. Come on.
I mean, it's standing in front of you, so technically now it does.
Technically now it does, but it must be some sort of magical spell or some type of, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm very well versed in the arcane arts, so maybe some sort of shape-shifting or something along those lines. My savior, that's not the point I'm trying to make here. The point I'm trying to make here is that the size of the person does not dictate its essence. If you would like to transport many people, I think you have 4, and at this point you notice that he doesn't notice Talos, right? But he does say that you have enough crystals to teleport all 4 of you, but I mean beyond that we have nothing to come with you with.
She sort of thinks for a while, really gratefully doesn't notice Talos. Do not worry, my follower. The other of my kin, who are like me, open of mind and ready to save humanity, will be here soon. You will go with them. You will aid them. Your path will be different.
And at that point, the cultist at the back, right? He tries to resist, but he still can't move, and he's exclaiming very loudly, and he's just saying what is going on here? Like, what powers do you behold?
She summons the fire in her hands. I told you I could be in your answer, but you decided to resist. So she's going to use her powers again and see if I can get the other one to follow. I am your salvation. I am the one that is the solution. Should you not follow me instead of this strange ideal? Cool, so we're going to try and... Oh my gosh, if I fail, it's going to be really fun. Like, the big head honcho guy's like, woo! Let's go with that. And the other guy's like, dude, guy, why are you in charge?
Well, actually, doesn't he get super scared of you, and he can't run away because he's held?
Yeah, he's held. He can't run away.
Oh, that's also a partial success.
Yeah, so partial success with the same result, actually. So, while he's exclaiming, you go to him and you look deep and fervently into his eyes, trying to implant an idea. And similar to the first, to the head honcho, he believes the idea, but you notice that it's gonna take about a day, maybe even longer, since his mind is not as strong as the head. But yeah, it's gonna take around a day for it to wear off.
Okay. She kind of looks between them. Kian. I read Kian, I just stepped away, my brain stopped thinking it. Khalid, quick question. For, if I'm not mistaken, something, I don't know if I misunderstood this. I thought the portals were portable. Or is this one fixed in space?
No, the portals are portable. Or this device of what you've gathered, this device is portable, right? But from what you've garnered from the head honcho is that it only goes to one location.
Okay, so she's gonna go to the head honcho. Should we move? If I move this one here, will it change the location it teleports to?
It's linked. Nope, it is very much linked. This portal can only go to one place and one place alone.
Sarah,
I'll have to
ask him
be
which other portals are there. Sorry, Ken.
What are you-
I'll have to be right back in like 14 minutes. Parents.
40 minutes, did you say?
10 minutes.
Okay, sure.
I mean, I can also take dogs out at this point, but I'm afraid like I keep on reminding Alicia. Ask him about the rest.
I've written
Make
it
him draw a
down.
map. Dude, Alicia, make him bloody draw a map of all the facilities.
Sure, we'll do that when we come back.
Maybe he even has a map. Now that I think about it.
Have you searched him for anything else than just crystal?
I mean, he's like standing still. You guys can definitely get involved in this.
Well,
Tormenting these people whose will I've taken away
I
because
can't
apparently
get-
that's my
I
new thing.
can't join you.
That's
Yeah.
valid.
And I'm not sure if I should drop my form yet.
Cool. I think I'll do it when we come back. We can chat that when we come back because Keen's gotta go.
Okay. Dog time. Bear back.
Okay, I'll be right back as well.